Here I am building my igloo in 2018. You see the ICEBOX here that I have, the three-sided form, which helps me to form the igloo attached to this pole with numbered segments that correspond to the rows. And down in the center here, the stake is actually secured into the ground with lag bolts into the frozen ground. Here I am pointing out the different rows that correspond on the pole there. So basically the procedure is to fill and pack. It's important to pack carefully and to make sure that the snow is nice and stiff and locked together there. You can use any kind of snow. The snow that I had this particular day was actually very good. So when you pull this lever up, you can see it spreads the outside of the form. When you undo this toggle here, it spreads the inside of the form. And then there's one extra step that I do that I find just makes it that much better. And that is I disconnect that notch and then I'm able to telescope the pole in and out in order to make sure that I can slide it off of there without catching on the block. And then I reset it back to the row that I'm working on. I found that without doing that telescoping action, sometimes I would catch on that block as I was trying to slide it off and actually cause it to fracture. So here I am right at the beginning. You'll notice that I do an incline for the first couple of blocks. That makes it easier when you get to the second row. I have my 7-year-old daughter out here helping me. She was actually a great help on this day and made things go quite a bit faster. So simple procedure over and over again, packing the snow, moving the form, and packing more snow. So as I get around to the other side, you can see that that first row is angled. It's not straight perpendicular to the ground, and that's very important to get the proper angle on that first row. You can see there's a brown square on that yellow side of the panel, and that's actually a level that I've affixed on there to make sure that I have that first row exactly where it needs to be. Once I get about 2.5 rows up, I can't step over it anymore, and so I need to dig a tunnel to be able to get out. So there I am digging the hole to allow my daughter in, and from this time forward to allow me to get out. When I'm doing it alone, I shovel a bunch of snow, as you'll see here in a minute, and I push it right into the inside of the igloo, and then I do all of the shoveling from the floor of the igloo up to create the walls. So every now and again I have to get out and shovel more snow into the igloo to keep that process going. As I get higher and higher, it becomes a little bit harder to reach, and in a minute here I'm going to go get a bathroom stool to make sure that I can reach. There we go, bathroom stool, in we go, and I continue on. At this point the walls are leaning a lot, and it's sometimes the blocks fracture a little bit. I take off the panel. It allows me to pack in there a little bit easier because of the angle that's going at. At this steep angle, it's a little bit trickier to get the snow to stay, so you have to be a little bit more careful. For the final few spots, take the panel off and it's just a flat panel.